Sometimes you get to witness history repeat itself right in front of your very eyes. And just like we saw 5 years ago with The Last of Us Part 2, the video game, The Last of Us Season 2 has turned into an unmitigated disaster because they're doing all of the same things that pissed people off 5 years ago, including trying to silence their critics if you don't like their dog shit. As a follow-up to a beloved video game in The Last of Us, Neil Druckmann decided to do his own thing for Part 2. He decided to push a lot of things that people didn't think needed to be pushed in this franchise. He decided to make story decisions that made no sense to a lot of people, and the game was wholeheartedly rejected. Well, now 5 years later, as they're adapting that second video game for the second season of The Last of Us, once again, it's a massive failure. The Last of Us Season 2 sees a major ratings drop after Joel's heartbreaking death, and everyone should have seen this coming. As soon as it was realized that they weren't going to be changing anything, that they weren't going to be changing the actual storyline, and that Joel was going to be out of there in the second episode, you knew it was only a matter of time. The Last of Us TV show's ratings plummet following Joel's demise. Now, who could have seen that coming? Everyone. Sadly, even though this is one of the rare instances where straying from the original might have actually helped, HBO ultimately chose to stick closely to the game's events, and now, much like the original, it's learning the hard way that despite Pedro Pascal's and Bella Ramsey's presence, The Last of Us is no Game of Thrones and can't get away with the unceremonious killing of the first season's de facto protagonist. Following the premiere of Through the Valley, the second season's episode following Joel's demise, the show's ratings plummeted immediately, now sitting at 49% on Rotten Tomatoes and 4.1 on Metacritic, down 19% and 2.2 points respectively compared to the first season. Those numbers mirror the scores of the original game and its sequel almost to a T, proving that gamers and TV fans aren't too different after all, and both, for some inexplicable reason, don't take too kindly to some random characters bludgeoning a beloved protagonist to death. And they've seen a ratings drop about 30% in terms of viewers as well. People are tuning out. People don't like it. People despise what they've done once again. And as the article pointed out, it's very similar to what we saw for the actual game. And now, the latest episode has other people talking, and not just because you get screenshots of Bella Ramsey as Ellie, the worst miscast in history, potentially, by the way. I guess they could have gone and race swapped her too. They might as well. This person looks nothing like Ellie and acts nothing like Ellie. But now we're seeing a sequence that we did see in the game, but they've decided to take it to the next level. Because once Ellie finds out that Dina, her girlfriend, who sleeps around a little bit, is pregnant, this is her reaction.
I'm gonna be a dad.
I'm gonna be a dad. Followed by like a lesbian sex scene, whatever. But even this is much different than the video game. They want to push this gender ideology as hard as they can. It wasn't enough that you had your lesbian story in there. You gotta push this bullshit. This is her reaction in the game, by the way.
You know, how long have you known? Well, a few weeks. We could have still turned back. I didn't know. I wasn't sure, okay? I didn't want to be a bird. Well, you're a bird now, aren't you? So we're all having a baby. I'm gonna be a dad.
Right? So you can see a little bit of a difference. And now, as I said before, the history repeating itself, in the aftermath of The Last of Us 2, Naughty Dog desperately went out there and they were trying to silence channels over their criticism. They were trying to strike down channels like mine. My channel almost got nuked because of false, illegal copyright strikes by Naughty Dog, the company. And now we're seeing something similar to people who are criticizing the show. Critical Drinker made a video about 24 hours ago why The Last of Us is falling apart. The show is kind of screwed. Well, I'd like to watch this. Could I click on it? Here we go. Let's watch. Oh, wait. Video unavailable. This video contains content from HBO Inc., who has blocked it on copyright grounds. Now, I saw a lot of people out there say, this is a strike, this is a strike. I haven't seen anything about it being an actual copyright strike, which is much different. It affects channels much differently, as I can attest, than a blocked video, a copyright block. And HBO and Warner Brothers are a little bit happy with that, pulling the trigger sometimes. However, it's not like Critical Drinker is just a beginner with this. He goes through this a lot. He knows exactly what he can put in and what he can't put in. And the fact that he puts this up and, 12 hours later, it gets blocked like this, it looks like history is truly repeating itself again. That the creators, that everybody involved, they desperately know that this thing is falling apart at the seams, and they want to do anything they can to stop some of this criticism. They want to be able to push their shit. They want to be able to tell their dog shit story without any pushback. History is repeating itself 5 years after the fact. When they told us that they were going to do this adaptation, people were like, you know what, Season 1 might be okay, we'll see, but if they do a Season 2, I'm not interested because I already know what's going to happen. And now that's happening. But it's a little with extra gender ideology for everyone. This entire thing is a colossal fuck up, just like the second game. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.